Yeah, the boys round here drinking that ice cold beer, talking about girls, talking about trucks, running them red dirt roads out, kicking up dust. The boys round here sending up a prayer to the man upstairs. Backwoods legit, don't take no lip. Shoot her back and shoot her back and shoot her back a spit. Oh heck.
Guys, what are we looking at today? Not this. I just had a few things I wanted to get out of the way. Well, I knew that the highest percentage of people would still be here, and I didn't want to get in trouble with Mr. Holster. So, just a little something. Hope this counts, Mr. Holster. I want to let you guys know that a friend of mine, a local friend, is, well, he contacted me about, it's the 5th annual Homeless Veterans and In Need Vets of Douglas County fundraiser. And what Brent asked is if there was any way our group could put together an AR-15 so that it would be one of the items that they would be raffling off. Actually, I'm not sure if it's a raffle or if it's a silent donation. It's a raffle. So I mentioned it last night during blog radio, Locked and Loaded, and Muzzle First has donated a brand new complete upper with a scope on it. So now we need to work on the lower half, and unfortunately we don't have a heck of a lot of time. This is happening on August 5th. So if you have any parts or anything you can throw your way, I think Brent said that he has he had a trigger. I know we've got several here as far as mil-spec and polished and that kind of shit, but I think Brent said that he had a trigger and a Magpul stock, which obviously would be, you know, more appealing than throwing something like this on there. But I just wanted to mention that quickly. If anybody's able to help on this, like I said, time right now is our enemy. I basically need a lower. You know, a complete lower. I don't have a heck of a lot of shit laying around here at this moment in time. So if you're able to, contact me and let me know. Otherwise, a big thank you goes out to Muzzle First for donating that complete upper. What else did I have in housekeeping? I wanted to get too fast. I think that's it. Yeah. Okay. So again, the power of our community is never ceases to amaze me. So what beer are we going to look at today? Okay, so we have breakfast with the kids, pretty much family the family breakfast that we do every Saturday, at least every Saturday that nothing else is going on. It's awesome. You should always spend as much time with family. That is, as long as you're talking to them. So afterwards, as we're getting ready to leave, Christine is like, "Hey, can we stop at the Keyport? I'm trying to find some Stella Rosa, some new release that they had." So she's like over there, and I'm back in the craft walk-in cooler and looking at all of the stuff, and Just like, oh man, just look at all this good stuff. Picked up a few things. And I come out around the corner, and there's like Christine wandering aimlessly around the store with a bottle of beer in her hand, and all I can see is this Slimer green cap. And she goes, look at this one. Look at the bottle cap that this one has. She goes, have you ever heard... She's like, have you ever heard of something called Dogfish Head 120? And I'm standing there like, I got this look on my face. She's like, what? And I said, where did you get that? And she goes, oh, I found it over there in a box on the floor. Brings me over there, and there was 2 of them. This year's release, it has a 3/16 of 17. So this is not super ass fresh, but this is the only time, and of course I can't even take credit for seeing it. She's like, but it had the Slimer green. So this is what we're going to take a look at today. There was 2, and I grabbed both of them. So I'll put one in the ager. And we're going to try this one. Right now. And of course, I don't think they ever give the alcohol percentage. But I know these are. Usually 20% or more. Hopped over 120 minutes boil, then dry hopped for over a month. Drink it now or age it for a decade or so. And I can tell you from personal experience, and I got that one from Stephen Bush that's in there aging. That one I think is 2 years old, and the other one of these I'm going to let age.
You start your brew review yet?
Maybe. So let's get in on this. Yeah, it might have.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm drinking that silly beer with the Slimer green cap.
I was just going to ask you to look at some of the pictures that I downloaded from the last time I used my camera. But I guess I'll wait till later.
Want to try this?
No, I just want the Slimer green cap.
Okay.
Just saying. It's an amber color.
Thanks to the Trump grabbing him by the pussy, it actually took this off of here with doing minimal damage to it.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got a fairly deep amber. I mean, it's an IPA. Smells like tropical fruit. No, I'm not expecting you to drink it.
It does smell like fruit.
And it's very, very strong.
Mm-hmm.
Need a little shot of... let me get...
Followed up by some moonshine?
No, it's water.
Yeah, okay.
Now I realize you could be coached or reprogrammed, because I could have dumped this out and put water in here, but seriously, try to smell that without your eyes watering.
Is this the stuff that Agent Chaos?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'll take your nose hairs off.
Well, if you're plugged up and you need to unplug them sinuses, you just take a good whiff of that. It's all good.
Well, it was sort of a failure. I dipped a Q-tip in it and then lit the Q-tip on fire.
Yeah.
Except for it burns. I mean, it's like methane. It's like a funny car fuel. It doesn't really have. I actually held a piece of paper over the top of that, and then that lit on fire. Okay. So, here we go. Cheers, guys.
Did you tell them the story already?
Yeah. I told them about you picking the beer based on the Slimer Green cap. Evidently, I need to have her. I don't understand.
I just think it's kind of funny because we went to the store to get me some wine, and you ended up with the beer.
Yeah, I love the way that worked out.
Yeah.
See, I don't understand that. I have not even seen this in a store in a couple of years. And the last time Keyport had this, it was one
Bottle per customer?
One bottle per customer, and it was in that, you know how the walk-in is right here? It was in that row right across from the walk-in. It's kind of where they keep the Dogfish Head beers. So the fact that you find it in a box on the floor...
Hey, if it's Slimer Green, I'll find it. Okay, I'm gonna go take the dog for a walk now.
Okay.
Check out my pictures after you're done.
Okay. Oof. I don't know how much it subtly changes from batch to batch because obviously you can't have a fresh beer from 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017 all sitting side by side. That'd be cool if you could, but from what I remember, this almost seems like it has a richer, maltier presence fresh. It has a little bit going on of what it's like when it's aged. If you ever had one of these fresh, I mean, it really sucks to spend $10 per beer and then know that you can't have it for a year or two. But as great as it is like this, what happens to it when it ages just becomes, whoa, you know, that kind of thing. It's honestly not boozy, but I'm pretty sure if I just went chug-a-lugga, I would definitely get some burn going on. Let's see. There was one. Actually, I think there was two comments that came in after I did the last brew review. Joey Cuz, you crazy teabagging son of a bitch. But I might have already said that one. And then Aunt Keck. Sipping bourbon 6.5 glasses, which is 3 full glasses. Giving a tribute to George Romero, the godfather of the zombie genre. Watching the original Night of the Living Dead. Trying to stay up to see your next review, but Mr. Jim Beam is being a bully. Since I'm still awake, what is your favorite zombie film, and which would be your top 5 zombie apocalypse firearms? See, now, I realize that compared to some people, like for instance, Jim Hornifixer, you know, really, a lot of people can't wait for the Walking Dead series to come on in the next episode. Me and Christine, I think we watched the first 2 years or 3 years. I don't know. I completely got bored and lost total interest when they were at the fucking prison. I have not seen an episode, since they were at the prison. So, I mean, if it's really damn good and I'm missing something, I'm sure there's a bunch of you that are like zombie, no matter what, you got to see it kind of people. See, now I like World War Z. I actually like that a lot. But then again, I like stuff like Zombieland. But for me, I am a huge fan of Mila Jovovich. So I would say. I would say that series is probably the one that of course, I either have or I have seen them all. She's used to be the screensaver, and then when I switched over to the car, which kind of sucked because when you have your Microsoft account, it conveniently ends up bringing. I was just kind of looking at a list of some of the. Obviously, this is a very popular thing. The movie Shaun of the Dead, if you've seen that, that was funny. I mean, obviously the ones that started them all were right there. But yeah, I'm gonna stick with Zombieland. Yeah, the Walking Dead series. I don't know. I mean, like I said, I'm willing to entertain if you've been following that and it's something that's the new series is worth really getting in there. You know, this is why some websites suck. When you try to go over and you look at something, but they make you keep changing pages. Oh yeah, that was Dead Snow. That was one that I've actually seen. Definitely violent. Plague of the Zombies. Zombieland, I already mentioned that. City of the Living Dead. Yeah. There's actually quite a list. Quite a list of them. White Zombie from 1932. So, where'd you go? There you go, Aunt Keck. Yeah, I don't know. For me, it's always been Resident Evil is my favorite. Okay, so five firearms. Well, anything that makes the head splatter really good, like a sawed-off shotgun. I've always thought, especially when Alice had something like it, like the Smith & Wesson 500. There's just something so savory about a sword. Anything that holds a lot of ammo, like an AR, and I'll just take, like, say, a good old club, baseball bat or anything like that. But yeah, shotgun and the Smith & Wesson 500, I think, would be towards the top of my list. Okay, Serendipity First was Joey Cuz. First, off to work. Well, now I have something to watch at 3 a.m. while making coffee. That sounds like fun. Zeus, behold and drink the craftiness. Don, trees a blowin'. First, holy crap. I think third. Don, wicked looking blade. Bulwark, 1911. I came for the tits, stayed for the boob. Bull, 165100. Any chance of a vid in or of the Star Trek room, as I am a big fan myself. Cheers. Oh, yeah, I can. It's probably not as thrilling as it could be. I mean, you know, it'd be really awesome as if you walked up to the door and it went but you know, it's just our spare bedroom, and there's some posters and some models hanging on the ceiling, and it's kind of a continuous work in progress. I suppose I could run the camera around and throw it in an upcoming, because I'm sure after this we'll forget that we've even talked about this. I tell you what, my friend, if I haven't fulfilled your request in the next couple, please remind me, and I will just bring the camera up. And you know, I still have some things down here because I just when the franchise hit its rebirth. I think this one was a numbered one. Into Darkness. Oh, I guess it's not. I guess it's nothing special. Star Trek Into Darkness. This one was. I was actually kind of surprised when I picked it up, because I'm honestly not even sure what it is made out of. It's. I'm guessing it was a solid chunk of plastic that was CNC machined or something, because it's I don't really see any seams in it. And then of course, just like of course in the movie, they press a button and they go from stun to kill your ass. But this thing actually, I mean, it doesn't have any battery compartments. It doesn't light up. It's just a heavy replica from the movie, and that one stays down here, and one of the original ones, which the batteries died. I need to replace them. That's the one that's got the take the Kirk a lot of times had this on him, but it's got like 3 little batteries in it, and I need to replace it. Yeah, I tell you, the all-time holy grail of holy grail things would be to get one from the original set. It's like, hell yeah. What would be even just as cool as that is some of the guys that take these and then put like a heavy laser in it, and I've seen videos where they're like lighting matches and popping balloons. That would be pretty wicked too. But that stays down here, and it's sitting in the Samuel Adams glass that I got from Matt Rise Arms. He gave me 2 of them. I use one, and the other one is hopefully in a protected location. EMT Railfan, 6. Tardisius, cool shotgun, Trump train, absolutely. JR10, as you already know, I like your choice on the G19 for an EDC. That being said, until you have shot the G19, which I have not, I don't know anybody that's even had one. I've never even, what was weird is I've never even seen one of those in a gun shop, and I had the opportunity to hold it. So I realized that I am functioning under a serious handicap. And felt the smooth, controlled recoil. You might want to reserve judgment. With a stock 10+1 or the optional 15+1 capacity of the 10mm, you are a force to be reckoned with. Okay, I'm sold. Okay, fine, you won. It's a 10mm. There's no arm twisting. I would honestly, I would love to have one. Now, would I carry it? I guess I would have to see how it felt, and I also have to say that I have had quite a rebirth in quality holsters since I had the 27. I might change my mind if I had a good inside the waistband holster for one, for the G29. Ed 8th and Keck 10. Shit balls, I fell asleep. There's a shocker. After a bottle of Jim Beam. It's too loud, you're too old. Nice. A 10. Great review. And what a fine brew chick. Cheers, brother. Yeah, she was dressed. John Solar. Top 10. Wow. Now I'm an asshole. Suck it all, you not top teners. That's me most days. Wade, Big Ragnar Papa. Like me, an old but good A young man with his pants hanging half off his ass, 2 gold front teeth, and a half-inch thick gold chain around his neck, walked into the local welfare office to pick up his check. He marched up to the counter and said, "Hi, I know, I just hate drawing welfare. I'd rather have a job. I don't like taking advantage of the system, getting something for nothing." The social worker behind the counter said, "Your timing is excellent. We just got a job opening from a very wealthy old man who wants a chauffeur and bodyguard for his beautiful daughter. You'll have to drive around in his 2012 Mercedes-Benz CL, and he will supply all of the clothes. Because of the long hours, meals will be provided. You'll also be protected or expected to escort the daughter on her overseas holiday trips. This is a rather awkward to say, but you will also have as part of your job the new assignment to satisfy her sexual urges, as the daughter is in her mid-20s and has a rather strong sex drive." The guy just plain wide-eyed, "You're bullshitting me." Social worker said, "Yeah, well, you started it." And Keck, I guess I wasn't 10th. Todd Toomer. Turn the video on and my wife says, "Oh, the funny guy is on." Laugh out loud. He really is funny. Mrs. Toomer? Like what? Like I'm funny? Like how am I funny? Like am I fucking like a clown? Clown funny? Is that what I am to you? I'm a clown funny? Or am I a comedian? Just kidding. Thank you. Josh, I give the brew lady a 10 today. Well, I'd give her it all the way till Josh. Her blue tits are giving me blue balls. Josh, I finally looked away from the pic of the day long enough to notice your table is getting a little cluttered again. Yeah, I got shit I got to take care of. I got some of the classic knives that I really like. The ones that we need to I need to give that one guy that Zeus hooked me up with a call. You know, some of the stuff will obviously stay here. Pretty much all this can be moved. If I could just do what needs to be done, these boxes would be empty because I could actually open them. Yeah, I get it. Sharky, I was mesmerized the whole review. Sorry, that's the best I can do, mate. And Keck, appreciate your input regarding the 10mm. Thank you. Oh yeah, trust me, I could talk and or shoot all day long. Shit, when I went out and got an opportunity to shoot the Ruger Blackhawk in 10mm for the first time, I really didn't think I would shoot everything that I brought out except for that 3840. I don't know what the hell the deal was with that crap. It was, I think it was, there's, you know, once loaded brass, and then there's like, it's been loaded until it's dead brass. It was just shit. It did not perform well. The 10, different story. The only time I had a problem is every now and then, if you are a reloader, you know, sometimes the head is not perfect and it gets seated and it kind of gives a little bit of a ribbon or a, you know, a little shaves off a little bit of brass. And because that is a revolver that is shooting a semi-automatic design round, it relies on the case basically being perfect. So if they're not perfect, it doesn't load right, and don't even bother even trying to shoot one that has happened. Other than that, I love that. I love that thing. I could not stop shooting it. J-Dog here. Mr. Holster, finally a use for the rail on a rifle. Bottle opener. Mr. Holster, minute 56. Well done, sir. Appreciate that. I hope the pre-beer got me in the good graces with you. Mr. Holster, well done on finishing the brew, sir. This is so tasty, but I'll try to get rid of it. I just don't want to chug it for the sake of chugging it. Gillian 426, can't get in blog radio again or chat as a guest. What the fuck? Joey Cuz, shit, the Brew Chick's shirt leaves nothing to the imagination. Yeah? What's the problem? Joey Cuz, I want the July... Oh, wait, wrong video. The real Cobra Burnout. If you could only pick one of your ARs to fight zombies... What? Where does the zombie shit come from today? Within an urban environment, which one would you pick? Okay, I have a question for you. You probably, I mean, what do I have in AR-15s right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Of the 7 AR-15s that I have right now, if you were here right now and I just said, okay, which one do you think that I would pick? I think we would. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but you said an urban environment, which means you, just like I said in answering Aunt Tech's question about the zombie thing. I am going to go for what offers probably the most firepower in the smallest package under any circumstance like that. So I'm going to go with my bottle opener. I mean, right now you're talking about 60 rounds. You know, if I'm, thinking that the end of days is coming, maybe I'll go out and I'll pick up a few more of these. And short, still, I mean, I've seen a lot of videos where people are like, an AR pistol? Those aren't accurate. Oh, really? Run, bitch. And I tell you what, I won't even start shooting until you go beyond 100 yards. You're still gonna die really tired. because like with this setup, you know, and it's just like, this is something we've talked about. I've talked to Jim about this, you know, thinking about you know, would I take the EOTech off of here, and honestly I don't know if I would, but there's a lot of well, not a lot of, there's one red dot in particular I'd really like to get my hands on, just because the, you know, especially when you talk to multiple people, you know, like, you know, talking with JR10 Desert Gold about this, you know, my eyes aren't getting any better, and even something like this, I'm sure what I see when I look at, you know, and of course, stop for a second, when I look at this, what I see and what somebody with like a spring chicken's eyes see are probably two different scenarios. And that I'm completely drawing a blank. Hornet Fixer and JR10, it's the same one that was on Christopher's rifle. Just loved how crisp the dot was and the technology involved. Battery, you know, solar backup, they'll work even if they're not lit up. I mean, obviously if this isn't on, all I'm looking at is a chunk of glass. But this was an expensive optic, and I know they took some heat for, you know, no pun intended, for the reliability in extreme situations, which I know neither one of those. But for something that's you know, something that's a pistol, I'm not sure if I would take this off of here. But the Real Cobra Burnout, it has an okay trigger. I mean, I think it has a seriously overrated Geisley triggers. Just really, there's so much better on the market. Yet they evidently have better press. They were able to hand them over to more people that were willing to tell you how fucking awesome they are. So go spend your $300 to get a Geisley trigger when, in all seriousness, I'd rather have the Velocity. I'd rather have a Velocity trigger. If I was buying, I would buy the Velocity trigger before I'd get another one of these. I mean, it's not... I mean, granted, you know, when we were talking about... just like John says, it actually takes more effort to pull it up to the wall than it does to get it to fire. Please, somebody logically explain that to me. It does have a nice reset though. But close quarters, I don't give a shit if I'm, you know, I don't care if I'm just defending, you know, being that it's a 5.56 and I have neighbors that, you know, I could almost hand Michael next door a roll of toilet paper while he's taking a dump, leaning out the window. I don't like to use this as a defensive thing. Now I've had scenarios where, you know, unfortunately with us, we've got the you know what's out of Chicago that come up here to Minnesota because they are able to get their free shit in a matter of days versus any bordering states. So we have a lot of the shit from Chicago that comes up here, and we've got a large heroin distribution center just up from the house, and I've had some scenarios where you know, you don't know what's going on, and you know, I've had this by the side of the couch. You know, you can miss a lot and probably still hit shit. So in the event of the urban zombie situation, Real Cobra Burnout, I picked the bottle opener. And the last comment, at least until I hit the refresh button. Ed, I think you'll take my chance. I think I'll take my chances with Jerry if I drink. Joey can sit in the back with Heffy. Wow, that seems like an awful lot of truck stop information right there. And Ed's comment stands as the last one, which means the only thing standing between us getting out of here is drinking all this, so Mr. Holster knows that it actually went down. Oh. A few things. A little something for Joey. Joey's probably going to be lightening the safe by a little bit by taking this off my hands, the PPQ. As long as, you know, we can get firm on that $1,000, because Joey said that he wanted to be able to help the cause. I'm just kidding, Joey. But I hate being in this scenario, but sometimes, you know, especially when something is still in production, I can put another one back in the safe. But right now, you know, the whole scenario is sell something to Joey to buy something from the Crazy Scotsman to trade it and some money for something from Ed. I know, it's fucked up. But I know I can get another one of these, but it really sucks because any of you out there that says, you know, the Glock is like the greatest shit since the dawn of time, if instead of carrying a G19, you carried the PPQ 9mm, I don't think you'd miss that that Glock all that much. Now, why do I carry the G19 instead of this? Because I really like this and I don't want to fuck it all up as a carry gun, because I know once you've committed to a carry gun, you need to realize that it is going to be going through practically the worst case scenario. The other day, you know, I was actually, never mind, I don't even want to talk about that. The other day I was laying under my truck and, you know, realized that the gun on my side was not something like this, something even nicer. But, you know, like it for me at work, you know, whatever happens, roofing, cement work, laying under a cabinet, putting sinks and shit into place. I just I like this gun too much to want to put it through the hell of carry. So I do that to the Glock. Overall, fairly close in price. This guy is just a little bit more, but out the door, both these guns have superior triggers to anything you'll ever get in a Glock. That's just the way it is. Ergonomics, these guns feel like they heated the plastic up and they handed it to you and you went, ugh. Yep, there it is. You know, and I know the Gen 4 Glocks now come with the ability to set your size. I think I have both of these set to the largest setup, because that's what feels the best for me. You know, this one is suppressor ready. You know, if you want to beg your government to let you have something, then this would be ready to go. I mean, it's just, I don't know, it's just got that thready protector on here. Cadillac V sent me this laser, which the holster and the laser were set up for the XDM, but it works probably as well with this as it does with the XD. And what I would love is to have a custom holster made for me, and I would probably do more evening weekend carry with this setup. Love these Viridian green. I mean, bright sunlight. This shows up. Boom. Sorry, Shelby. It doesn't matter how much sunlight. This just flat out. It just works awesome. But these guns are almost the exact same size. And you are talking about 12 plus 1. 13 rounds of the Man-Stopper. Sort of talking myself out of even wanting to do this with Joey. If I had other options. Of course, right now, I've got a couple of ATI chassied up Ruger 1022s that are on the chopping block, and I could possibly be trading one of those for a Yamaha Radian motorcycle, but I don't know, maybe not. It depends on how much work that it needs. But Joey, this is it. There's just no way. It's just a badass pistol. Anyone that's had the opportunity to shoot this, it's another one of those scenarios where I've probably helped sell more of these, not by going, but by going, here, bam, bam, bam. Oh my God, this thing is, freaking trigger on this thing is incredible. Sorry, could be drinking. Sorry, Mr. Holster. Other than that, now I have actually used this as a house gun, just because you know, anybody that breaks through that front door, the first thing that they see is this. I don't know. You may want to rethink longevity. Here, I'd be happy to give a flyby of this. This is another thing on the. Sorry, Travis. I gave Travis a condition in the event that this ever went on the chopping block. He'd have first rights. And then since then, the person that sold it to Travis has contacted me. You fuckers are both idiots. Seriously, you're both idiots. I'm sorry. I love one of you and the other one, you know, not so much anymore. But the fact that one of you sold it to the next and then sold it to me, Steve right now, Mule Team's going, I fucking told you so, you dumbass. I will never part with this. But if I did, Travis, you know, you'd be the first on that list. But Nate, yeah, get in fucking line, buddy. So smooth shooting. Put the fucking worst case scenario ammo through it, and it just eats it all day long. I mean, I have never even fired good. I don't even, what is good AK ammo? Because I have never had anything go through this other than the cheap ass shit. And it, you know, at 100 yards with nothing but sights, and thanks to Krebs, the old peep sight, barely even know that guy's even on there. Of course, I did a little color fill, but yeah, it's nearly impossible to hit a man at 100 or more yards with this. Not to mention that it looks just like this. And what really surprised me is I'm like the only person, other than, there was a couple of you that even said, you know what, yeah, make the SKS look just like this. And then, of course, the one person whose opinion I respect more than everybody's, sorry guys, that's Christine. She's like, don't fuck with that SKS. Look at it. It's got the beautiful wood grain. Maybe just do whatever you need to do to protect it, to make it keep looking like that. It's like, okay. I thought it would be cool, though, to have a, like a matching little Russian set of SKS and AK-47, but no, I'll take the majority rules. Majority rules. Working on it, Mr. Holster. Like I said, it's not a struggle. It's just it's one of those things where you could almost drink this beer in a shot glass and respect it for what it is. That's got good flavor. Let's hit the refresh button just one more time. Hey, maybe we could all hang out and I could clean the whole payoff while we were talking. Muzzle first. Boobs and beer. Nice brew review. Thank you, sir. And again, giving full credit where credit is due. I put out a call saying we need to put an AR-15 on the table to help disabled veterans for Douglas County. And that man sends me an email and says, I have a complete upper charging handle bolt carrier group. It even has a scope on it. Nothing special, just a 3x9 scope on it. Now we just need the bottom half of it. One way or the other, we're going to put something on the table for them. I'm just, yeah. One way we're going to do it. If I have to, I've got a couple of things that are questionable for what I use them for. But if I have to, I'll replace it. But we will put a rifle on the table to raise money for Douglas County veterans. Christine tells me that this is all going down. This is all going down out at the El Dorado Bar and Grill in Oliver, Wisconsin. Oliver, Wisconsin is there's a bridge called the Oliver Bridge. It's an old, practically rickety bridge. When you're on the bridge, up above you, there's trains. And as soon as you cross that bridge from Minnesota to Wisconsin, you are in Oliver, Wisconsin, and the El Dorado Bar is right there. And I really hope I got nothing going on that day. I would love to spend the time that I need with my buddy Brent out there and put that rifle on the table. And I hope that would be a stepping stone to getting some help from some of the local vets for that man and the youth build and the girls build that'll follow. And I want to say I'm kind of going a little bit on the psychic side, but I want to say we're going to do the youth fundraiser, the girls fundraiser, and then I'm thinking we're probably going to give some kind of a pistol away. Maybe some badass pistol. Maybe we'll do a Desert Eagle race gun or something. How about a one-of-a-kind Desert Eagle? Oh, can you imagine if we could get hooked up with somebody, because I'd buy one, that could do a Desert Eagle chambered in 454 Casull? Or a Desert Eagle chambered in Smith & Wesson 500. Or a Desert Eagle chambered in 10 millimeter. Ooh, Stop. 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 Okay, I gotta go. Oh, a Desert Eagle chambered in 10 millimeter. Mr. Holster is my bitch. As it's warming up, haven't seen you lately. Just for the record, I think it was the Real Cobra Burnout that asked me. I have not charged this since the day Sam gave it to me. Yeah, we are seriously beyond the happy zone. In case you're wondering, we'll get right on the titty. Her titty is 92.4. It's good to know. Okay, what should we look at tomorrow? Well, I know I was going to look at the peach IPA from Indeed, but you know, it's a Sunday and it's always nice to you know what we haven't done? I'm going to ask you guys to vote. You know, we're at a fucking hour, so tomorrow we're gonna look at one of the two of these. Something I got from Avery, came recommended from Nick. I know a lot of people like to base their voting on alcohol percentage. 7.1 for a raspberry sour from Avery. They had peach too, but these were $12 a bottle, so I didn't exactly fill up the cart. In the comments, say I want to see the sour for the Avery, or a little something from Surly. This is a Imperial Hefeweizen, and please tell me that you put an alcohol percentage on here so guys have something to damn it! Hang on. Let me. I know some of you like to be able to have the answer to the meaning of life. Let me. Don't usually like to cheat, but I'm gonna make a. Making an exception for this one. We got Beer Advocate. 9. Okay. We have a 9% for an Imperial Hefeweizen from Surly. That actually surprises me because that may be the highest alcohol percentage of anything I've ever had from them. Or 7.1. Okay. Sour or Surly? Surly or sour? Don't screw that up. And then you guys will be deciding what we're looking at tomorrow. I have just made my psychic prediction and put it on the top shelf. And I'm having a bottle issue. Okay, we're good. Okay, guys. Thank you. And again, anybody that can help. Like I said, I know this sucks because, you know, we are up against the serious clock. I mean, I basically have like a week to build this gun and get it out to the range. So it almost means that I need the go-ahead thoughts, whatever, on taking a rifle out of rotation and making it part of the veterans giveaway, and then replacing those parts. So the shit we do for the people that gave it everything so that we could be here. I know I can never do enough to say thanks, but then again, I understand and appreciate what those veterans have done for us. So many of these pathetic fucking snowflakes just don't get it. Cheers, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.